This is meltypixel. Welcome to Kentucky Route Zero. This is one of my favorite games of all time. I'm not going to do too much of an introduction here. This is kind of like an adventure game, but there's no puzzles, really. It's a little bit like a text adventure. It's pretty different. It's got this Southern Gothic, magical realism vibe to it, and it's episodic. There are 3 episodes now, 5 episodes planned. The devs are really interesting to me. They release stuff when it's done, and they take their time, and they don't make a big fuss about it. They're almost silent on Twitter. Sometimes they will tweet out like a screenshot of what they're working on, and they have just said that Act 4 is just around the corner. So I really want to catch up before they release it. All right, let's dive in. Act 1, Scene 1. Aqueous Oils. Here we are. An old hound in a straw hat. Both have seen better days. Now, I forget. It's been a long time since I played this, so I don't remember. Okay, yeah. It's the same thing again. A moving truck rumbles softly to itself. Painted on its side are the words, Lisette's Antiques, Furniture, Glassware, Curiosities. Attendant. Joseph sits between gas pumps in a Queen Anne armchair. His hair is gray and his glasses darkened. Joseph. Damn, did you hear that wreck? Truck full of bottles. I don't know, beer bottles? Whiskey? Lost a tire or something. And I spilled booze and glass all over the interstate. What a mess. I hope they don't come down here looking for anything. We blew a damn fuse and it's all shut off. Did I hear a dog? What's your dog's name? All right, so we get to pick our dog's name, or just some dog. I like the name Blue. Her name is Blue. Blue sounds like a sweet old hound. I used to know a dog like that. Hey, here's some jerky for Blue. I made it myself. Didn't turn out too well, but I bet a dog will eat it. Getting late, right? I can feel the sun on my neck. I bet it's just a few feet off the horizon. Alright, so it's interesting. Your choices in this game aren't necessarily shaping the path of the story, but rather shaping the characters. So I kind of imagine Conway as he's this older guy, and he just kind of enjoys. He takes life at a little bit of a slower pace, I think, at this point in his life. So I've got a delivery to make on Dogwood, but I'd rather watch the sunset. Yeah, it's the truth. You've got to stop and breathe in that road. I bet while you're out driving, you let your eyes wander up the tree line and you just, well, I bet you're more of a poet than old Joseph. Do you like poetry? Oh, I just like to listen to the TV. I used to do a lot of poetry on the computer, but I don't have the ear for it lately. Listen, You and Blue would have been driving up and down 65 all night. Dogwood Drive is on the other side of... Well, to get there, you've got to take the 0. I love this. Every time they mention Route 0, the text of the word 0 is weird. I don't know what that effect is, but there's something going on with Route 0. The 0 is a tough route to find, but you can use my computer to look up directions. You'll have to head down into the basement and reset the circuit breaker first. I'll be happy to have those whining lights back up anyway. It's too damn quiet out here. The basement door is back there in the office. Appreciate your help, friend. Oh, and here, take this lamp. It gets dark. How about this design, huh? Just gorgeous. To the basement. All right, so it took me a couple plays to realize this, but so the top is a horse head, and then you go down into the guts. Well, I guess I shouldn't spoil it yet, but I kind of spoiled it. Basement people. Emily, Ben, and Bob sit in folding chairs behind a worn card table. Papers, oddly shaped dice, and highway maps cover the tabletop. Conway clears his throat. Oh, sorry. Didn't know there was anyone down here. To Bob. Did you hear something? Bob to Emily. No, sorry. I was looking at the rules again. Ben to Bob. It gets easier as you go. Look, you said you rolled a 5, right? That means you get to pick up your marker and move it anywhere on the map. Bob to Ben. So it's your turn now, right? Ben to Bob. Oh yeah, I guess so. Where'd you put that 20-sided die? Emily. I don't see it. Did you drop it? Bob. It should be easy enough to find. It glows in the dark. So they actually have more stuff to say. And this is interesting. This is sort of like a meta game thing. Conway clears his throat, but gets no response from the people at the table. I just need to get by you for a minute. Bob to Emily. I think you're rolled down off to the left there, but I don't see it. Emily. Well, I'm not going to go looking for it. It's too dark down there. Ben. One of you go down and get it, and I'll just study the rules here. Conway taps his foot, but gets no response from the people at the table. If I can hit that breaker box, I can get the lights back on. Ben to Emily. I think you were right about the instant crisis rolls. There's a whole separate table of them in the back. Bob. I don't like that rule anyway. It's not fun. It's just random and frustrating. Emily to Bob. The randomness is what makes it realistic, Bob. Conway clears his throat, but gets no response from the people at the table. You seem pretty focused on that game. Emily to Ben. I still don't understand how you win. Ben, reading aloud. Roll the 20-sided die once for each player and refer to Appendix C, Table of Psychogeographical Anxiety Address Correlations. Locate the resulting street addresses on the road map and move each player marker to the appropriate location. Emily. That doesn't help. Bob. I don't think you can win. It says on the box it's a tragedy. So there's a little foreshadowing for you. Conway crosses his arms. You said you're missing a piece? Emily to Ben. Okay, so just to get started, we need that 20-sided die. Yeah, that gets us on the road. Well, hopefully. If you roll a 1, you drive into a ditch. If you roll a 2, or a 9, or a 12, you have to write down a new anxiety and roll again. If you roll a 4, you get to move your piece anywhere on the map you want. Emily. Bob, go get that die. Bob. It's too dark down there. Ben to Bob. Well, that should make it easy. The damn thing glows in the dark. Conway knocks on the table but gets no response from the people at the table. If you could just move your chairs a bit, I can scoot right by. Emily, Ben, and Bob argue about the rules of their game and who should be responsible for retrieving their lost game piece, a glow-in-the-dark 20-sided die. Okay, so we can't get past them. I don't think they'll have any more text. Yeah. So let's try and find... There's a sign here. A dusty, rusty sign is bolted onto the wall. Sign. These are the rules. 1. No open flames near the gasoline. No consumption of beer or spirits on the premises. In case of sudden darkness, do not panic. Relax. Count backwards from 5. Strictly limit time spent in the basement to fewer than 3 minutes of every hour. Okay, I hope your game takes less than 3 minutes. All right, so I'm gonna turn off our lantern here. And there's the game piece. Conway picks up the glowing 20-sided die and inspects it. The number 5 is facing up. It's just a small piece of plastic, but it has a reassuring, almost comforting weight. He places the object in his jacket pocket. Let's turn these lights back on. Go back up here. And the people are gone. Folding chairs are arranged around a worn card table. The chairs are empty, and the surface of the table is bare. Okay, so we can either keep the die or put it on the table. There's no real inventory in this game. People argue about whether this does anything. But once again, I think it builds character, and I think Conway is gonna keep the die in case he runs into those people again. Breaker. All right, so yeah, now it's revealed this whole basement is the shape of the horse's body. So cool. All right, let's go back upstairs. And it's nighttime. Joseph. There it is. Just listen to those lights whine. Yep. Let's see. I'm not gonna mention the basement people because they're gone. It doesn't really matter. So, well, I'd better get those directions and head to the 0 if you don't mind. So, computer's in the office. You're looking for Marquez. She knows her way around those roads. She'll get you to the 0. The password is, damn. I usually just feel it out. Muscle memory, you know? It's kind of long. Kind of like a short poem, I think. One of those short poems that really sums it all up. You'll figure it out. All right, so this perfectly encapsulates this game, because in most adventure games, you would have to solve a puzzle here. But this is more about just exploring your perception. I don't know. Anyway, user. Type in Conway. User Conway is not real. Okay. User Joseph. Password. All right. So now we get to compose a little poem, and it will inevitably be the right answer. So let's see. The stars drop away. It's late. The lights whine. Password accepted. All right. Joseph, how's it going in there? Figuring it all out? Sure you are. All right, we can check messages. Message 1 is from Donald at hotmk.mail. Message 2 is from accounts at consolidated.mail. Read message 1. From Donald at hotmk.mail. Subject, fragments dim of lovely forms. Message, Joseph, I know it's been a while, and I know you're still sore, but there's a whole world in here, and we need your help to unmask it. Yes, the caves are cold and damp, and we are old and lame. Never mind. I can't remember why I even started writing this. I miss those days in the lab with you and our dear Lula. Maybe you've found your own Xanadu. Well, so have I. Okay, this is interesting. Having played this, I know what he's talking about. But I'm not gonna spoil it. But yeah, this comes up later. Remember Lula. End of message. Message 1 is from Donald at message 2 is from accounts at consolidated.mail. Let's read message 2. From accounts at consolidated.mail. Subject, account standing, urgent. Message, dear Equus Oils, this is an urgent automated message that your account is overdue by more than 14 days. In response, we have switched you to our low reliability Dirty Power Plus plan. Oh. Consider making a payment immediately to obviate the need for us to switch you to Sustained Brownout Select. I love these slick marketing terms for how about we give you terrible service because you can't pay. Sincerely, your friends at the Consolidated Power Co. End of message. All right, that's all his messages. Exit messages. We want address book. Address book. Ooh, yeah, let's see if the 0 is in here. Address the 0 is not real. Address book. Dogwood Drive. Address Dogwood Drive is not real. Marquez. Marquez residence. 100 Macondo Lane. Head northeast on 65 and turn left as soon as you see that ugly tree that's always on fire. Look for the barn at the base of the mountain there. Can't miss it. Okay. Northeast on 65, turn left at the burning tree. Joseph, shouting. Got it? Out there on Macondo somewhere, right? Yeah, that's it. Hey, look. While you were down there, I loaded that old TV of mine into your truck. I borrowed that thing from Weaver Marquez a number of years ago. Now that the power is all weird over here, I can't pick up anything but static in public access anyway. She was always more of a reader, but maybe she'd want it back at home. It's a nice TV. Alright, so borrowed it from Weaver. Well, I'm not done looking through this guy's computer stuff. Oh wait, we already read all the messages. I want to see what games. Games is not real. All right. No games here. You got anything else to say? Sun's gone down. You and Blue better get on that road if you're gonna make your delivery. Oh, I can talk to Blue. Conway scratches behind Blue's right ear. How's it going, Blue? How about a treat? Here's some jerky from the gas station attendant. Oh, he reminds me a bit of your old man, Ira. Wonder who Ira was. He was a good man, good boss. Alright. So I guess Ira's gone now, and we got Blue from Ira. What do you think of this place? Seems like they're really on the rocks. Can't even pay their electric bill. So, yeah, how creative is that? Telling bits of story through just a one-sided dialogue with your dog? I love this game. Yeah, let's get back in the truck. So here we are. This is, I guess, like the Overworld Map. It's really interesting. That's us. That's our truck. So what we need to do is go northeast on 65 until we see the burning tree. There it is. A tall black oak burns on a hill above the road. All right. That's what we're looking for, and here's the Marquez farmhouse. Act 1, Scene 2. Marquez farmhouse. Okay, we already read that. Let's talk to Blue a bit. Conway rubs Blue's belly. Pretty dark out here, huh? Hope I can borrow you a treat up there. Yeah. There's a lamp to look at. A street lamp lights the base of a dusty path leading up the hill. A graveyard. A family graveyard is set off to the side of the house. Headstones are inscribed with the surnames of the unfortunate: Nowakowski, Padilla, Marquez. Check out this house. Light switch. Ah. Oh, it's Weaver. I was just thinking what a lovely house we have. Do you like it? Have you been here before? Did you happen to see an owl? I didn't see any owl. I know, I saw it out the window once. Big, ugly thing, all sound and fury. Well, it's gone now. There used to be another house here, but we had it destroyed, and we built this one. It was very expensive, and we got quite underwater. What do you do for work? Is it too difficult, or do you like it very much? I was once a mathematician. Are you looking for something in particular here? She's all over the place. It's better than being in a ditch. Yeah, I drive deliveries for a small antique shop. I believe it's hard times for a small antique shop. It's hard times everywhere, even out here on our little farm. My parents stopped paying the bank a while back. I shouldn't even be here, but I just stayed. I have some notebooks. I'm only a little bored. I might prefer to watch TV occasionally. Actually, I have a TV here that I think belongs to you. Oh, will you please set it up? Then I explain to you how to get where you're going. The zero. I know. How did she know? Oh, wow. That's not how it's supposed to look. You've made a mistake setting it up. Is it a foreign object to you? Which of your parents was it who wouldn't allow you to watch television? Ma thought she heard ghosts in the static. Dad thought it was radioactive. I know how to set up a TV. Alright, I'm gonna say Ma thought she heard ghosts in the static. I know about that. She was ill, wasn't she? Mentally, I mean? Kind of distant, fearful? No, just expressive. You have it all backwards. I'm not surprised. Are you? Have you been paying attention? I don't think you have. It's time to start paying attention now, Conway. Look closely at the television. Okay. Hey, wake up. You spaced out for a minute there. The picture on the TV. That TV is picking up the wrong signal. My cousin Shannon would know more about it. She fixes TVs for a living. Well, she used to. I think the new models are giving her some trouble. Your cousin? That's my father's brother's daughter, Shannon. We're about the same age. Well, we used to be. She's older now. Okay. That right there gives me chills. She has a workshop up north a ways, by the lake, right where Peonia and Wax Road meet. It's a big bait and tackle shop, and she fixes TVs in the back. Do you like fishing? Honestly, I'm not convinced you should bother with the zero. I'd much rather you find my cousin and fix my TV, but I'll get you headed the right way. So, it's pretty easy. Get back on 65 heading north, then take the first right after the artificial limb factory. From there, your arrival at the zero is basically inevitable. Okay, back on 65 north, take the first right after the artificial limb factory. Nice to know you, Conway. Keep your eyes open, especially in the dark. And Weaver is gone. Yep. Just me. Any more info in this graveyard? No. Yeah, let's go back down to the truck. See if we can't talk to Blue, make a little sense of this. Conway pats Blue on the side. Got some musical accompaniment here. I just met the strangest lady. She kind of creeped me out, Blue. Yeah. I can be honest with my dog. That's not her fault, I guess. Some folks are just like that. Conway gets back on the road.